Hi everybody, it is Sid. And today I'm doing a little tiny story time of how I got my neck injury. I feel like I should, be wearing my collar just for dramatic effect, but this thing is so gosh darn uncomfortable, so like, that's better. Okay, so I essentially got a concussion and a cervical strain. Before we get into this, I'm just gonna let you know, I have a lot of medical issues, but here's two of the big ones. I have Ehlers-Danlos, hypermobility type, and I have POTS. Don't know what it's called. I think it's like POTS. I'm just going to do a little tiny story time. So I'll give you a little bit of background. So I was in Ohio for my great-grandmother's 90th birthday, and it was a lot of fun, and we drove all the way to Kings Island so that we could go on rides and stuff, and it was a really, really great day, and I was having no issues. I was feeling so great, and then we went on this ride called In Vertigo, and let me tell you something about this ride. Here's a short tiny clip that I took before I went on this ride. I was so excited. Here's a photo. So then I had gone on this ride and I was like right front and center. It's like a boomerang ride, so it's like goes up, goes, does a loop, does a little twisty thing and goes up the next ramp, then does it backwards, and then it slowly lowers it down to the beginning. And so I was like front and center, so like we would go up and then we would, I was really excited for this, but so we got pulled up. I was like, I'm ready. And then we got let go, and my head, so it had like the handlebars that like went over your chest. My head flew forward and hit in between the two handlebars, like bang, bang, bang. And then it flew back and hit the back of the seat. And then I was like, I'm gonna die. I threw my glasses at my dad, and I was like, ugh. Exactly like that. So then I passed out after I hit my head again. And when I woke up and we were like off the ride, we were like getting off the ride, I was like, what's happening? And then I like stumbled off the ride with my dad like half holding me up, and I was like, what's up? And I was like in pain and in shock. And then like we like lied down on this bench. I was like, this is where I die. I was like, oh my gosh, I'm in pain. So my parents were just like, oh, we should probably take her to the first aid center. So they were like, okay, we're gonna support your neck and we're gonna sit you up. They touched my neck and I was like, what? So they were just like, okay, we aren't gonna move her. And then like a couple families like came up to us like, hey, can we do anything? But like I didn't see any of them because I couldn't move and I was lying on my back like, sup? So then the ambulance people got here and they like put a neck brace on. They like picked me up and then they plopped me on this thing. Then they strapped me to the table because they thought I broke my neck. They didn't want me to, whatever. Okay. So I was like strapped to this table with this neck collar, and I was like, how is everyone today? I look the most fabulous right now. The amusement park felt so bad. And so I was like lying down, and it was like an hour-long ride, and they wouldn't turn on the wee-woo thingies because they thought that I broke my neck. So then we got to the hospital, and I had to pee really bad because it was hot out, and I was drinking water all day, and then I was like, I'm gonna die here. And then, so they quickly did the scans, and then they're just like, okay, her neck is not broken, so she is allowed to get up to go to the restroom. And so I went to the restroom, and I felt, well, my bladder was relieved of its pain and discomfort. What? So I was like just lying down in the hospital bed. There's no accident, this was therapeutic events. I'll go home. I joined it. Moving on. So I was like lying in my hospital bed. I couldn't really sit up much and I couldn't lie down much. So, but I was like struggling to watch Zootopia. I was like, so exactly like that. So then be like, then the doctor ladies came in. I didn't get an IV this whole time, which is always great because I hate needles. So the lady kept coming in. She was like, okay, how are you doing? Okay. Then the doctor lady came in and she was just like, okay, so you have a concussion and a cervical strain. So you will have to wear this neck collar for the next week or until your primary care clears you. And then she said, I'm not allowed to look at screens for 24 hours. What? So then I was just like all sad and stuff because I couldn't even look at my phone. So I was like, and then the next morning we had an early morning, you know, flight. And I realized there's two different kinds of people in the world. The people who see you with a neck collar, like, see you, and then they just look down and they avoid eye contact with you at all costs. Okay, ma'am, will that be it for you today? Yeah, I think so. Wait, actually, can I get this? Of course, ma'am. Let me grab that for you. Here you go. And that will be a total of $3.76. Okay, thank you. You enjoy your day, ma'am. And then the other kind of person sees you, then looks down, and then looks back up at you just because they thought that they were like hallucinating or something. And so I'm an uber introvert with a lot of social anxiety. So you can imagine how I must have felt going around the airport looking like a giraffe. Where are those trees? That's how I felt. So then we got back to my house and I was like, I'm closing myself in my room. And one thing I noticed, that little like hole thing, it's a great popcorn holder. Here's a photo. And so then, yesterday, no, the day before. Day before yesterday, fuck around. So they said I still have a concussion, and it's been 3 weeks since school started. It's great. Next year, I have 5 free tickets to Kings Island, which is always great because I love it. Okay, so that's all I have for today's story time. I hope y'all enjoyed it, and subscribe if you are new. And if you're already subscribed, the little ding-a-ling-ding. What's it called? Oh, a bell. Give this video a big thumbs up. Let's do. Or give it a thumbs down. You know, do what makes you happy. And don't feel pressured to do anything. But give this video a big thumbs up if you enjoyed it. And I will see you guys in the next one. Bye. Love you.